Hello and welcome to the Karma Saga. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the stories. AITA for giving my ring back after my fiancé made a comment to his guy friends regarding why we haven't gotten married. My fiancé and I, both 30, have been together for 8 years and engaged for 4 years. We got engaged right before COVID really hit, and obviously that put a huge halt on any sort of planning, and then from there forward, life events halted it more, became homeless, ended up pregnant and having our child. Now we are back on our feet, but not financially where we could be yet. Back roughly 5 months ago-ish, I brought up marriage and basically approached the idea of having a backyard wedding and a potluck. Basically going cheap, because I don't really care so much about the wedding or price or whatever. I just want to wear a pretty dress, and have all eyes on me, and get married to the love of my life. I don't care about the expensive bells and whistles. When I brought it up, he told me that that wouldn't be a bad idea, and that we could probably try planning for July-ish 2025. Okay, but we haven't really talked about it since that point, as other shit came up. Here's the issue though. Back about a month ago we were down to our neighbor's home. People who have grown to be really good friends, since we moved here 1.5 years ago. I was hanging out with the neighbor's wife and her best friend. My fiancé was hanging out with a group of 3 to 4 guys, having beers and working on vehicles. Well, one of the guys there was talking about his wife and said once you get married, everything fucking stops. I overheard in the middle of the conversation, so I have no idea what stops during marriage, but it was a negative comment irregardless. But anyways, my fiancé then starts laughing and goes, "That's why I've been dragging my feet on marriage," and the guys just laughed and said, "Don't do it, man. It's a trap, etc., etc." It really hurt me, but I figured it was just locker room talk and tried my best to move on. But I couldn't let it go. It sat in the back of my head. So a couple weeks ago I brought up getting married again, and just ran some ideas by him on simple things, like what he saw our wedding colors being. And he shut down a bit, and said something to the effect of, "I think we need to weigh the pros and cons of being married first," and shut down the conversation. Instant plunge to my gut, honestly. So I walk outside to calm myself down, but I just couldn't shake it honestly. So I went back inside and calmly handed him my ring back, and asked him what he wanted for dinner. I didn't want to make a big deal, so there was no yelling, no crying, nothing. I was calm and moved on. But he instantly asked me what I was doing, and why I gave the ring back. So I mentioned his comment to his buddies about dragging his feet, and now his comments about needing to wait, and weigh the pros and cons, before going through with anything, and told him I don't want to wait. Nor do I want to get my hopes up for a marriage that he's clearly changed his mind about, so I would rather he have the ring back, and go into this, without the sound of wedding bells in my head. Let's just move on, basically. We can still be together, but I don't want my hopes up. Well, he got extremely defensive. Started saying, "I'm not saying it's not going to happen, or you're being extreme for no reason. AITA,